It appears Horizon Point Station is still in the process of being reconstituted. The rift itself is also more unstable than ever. As a result, landing closer to the location of the Protectorate's large-scale rift anomaly modulator is not possible. In order to modify it with the rift data you processed in the archive, you will need to travel to its location on foot and seize it from Protectorate control. That strategy would be greatly inefficient, Commander. Please allow this unit to help you generate a more sound mission plan. The energy readings from the modulator can be traced to the Sovereign's flagship, Providence, hovering on the far side of the station. Hypothesizing. Given Protectorate hierarchy and the recent announcement about the Sovereign's mental refreshment, this is likely the Consul's doing. He will need to be stopped.
And I know just how to stop him. Get me close and I'll make it quick.
Intimidation is not required. Protectorate subjects are not programmed to question authority. Warning. The rift is growing dangerously unstable. Using the rift modulator on board the Providence is the only way to prevent certain destruction of the colony.
I'm along for the ride if you'll have me. I want a front seat view of this rift.
Once the modulator is secured, it may be used to close the rift and save Arcadia and all those in its orbit. There is minimal room for error, Commander. Good luck.
Nature of the rifts. This cannot go unpunished.
Providence identified. Standing for the Protectorate colonial anthem is not required at this time. Degradation over the past 10 years. Exploding may have been a contributing factor.
If I hadn't lost my sanity before this, I have now. Should be able to sort this out with the rift modulator.
I, for one, am glad we chose not to die via plasma exposure. Definitely not a pleasant way to go.
These things aren't right. They should never have been pulled out of perfection. Down for their own good.
Ready to assist with agent's health needs.
We're back, Commander. Don't make me avenge you.
It's a fight!
Perfection is perfect!
Maintaining your battle. Emergency protocol described. A voice match has been found for Agent Pascal. However, Agent Pascal is dead. This unit may need maintenance.
Get away from me. See them? They were my teammates and they didn't listen neither. You'll end up just the same.
Agent Pascal is exhibiting 27 indicators of high mental and emotional distress. Caution is advised.
Wait. Commander? Is that you? No. No, this must be some kind of trick. Law, what's happening to me? So it is you. Thank Law. I don't understand what happened, Commander. Something was wrong with Sandoval and Jepson. They glowed like they were aflame. They ran in, jumped at me, clawed at me. Law, I had to kill them.
This description closely matches our encounters with the Rifted Troopers. However, Agent Pascal exhibits more awareness than the others did in their reconstituted state.
I don't understand what's happening. Everything was fine. Till the explosion. I was pinned. Fire closed in. I tried to move. I tried to find the rookie. Then the whole station shook and tore apart. And then... nothing.
You were still alive when the rift disassembled you. The modulator reconstructs information in the state it was stored in, which is why you were brought back alive.
Wait. There was something else. Sandoval was yelling. DeVries wasn't responding to comms. What happened? Law, I knew something was the matter. Tell me. Tell me everything. So she never intended for any of us to survive. Figures. So what is it that left me like this? Not right. Stop speaking in circles. What are they doing?
Your pieces no longer fit together, it seems. The modulator unfolds the rifts, remaking whatever was inside them. Badly.
So I've come back from death to some warped version of life? All because of some twisted experiment? Is that about right? I assume you got a plan to help me? You do, don't you? How much time? With the way I'm bleeding out, I ain't sure how long I can hold on. Then go bring the fight to those bastards. I'll do my best to hold on. Hurry back, huh? I'll keep the porch light on. I'll just wait here, Commander. Go on.
Incoming Protectorate. Looks like they're heading to the Skip Labs. Wonder why. It's a fight!
Unfriendly enemy.
Health benefits of
may not be in the best shape after being pulled from the rift, but that makes them no less deadly.
Warning. The rift ahead has absorbed plasma and should not be approached directly.
We better look around, see if we can find anything to help us out.
This unit excels at statistical analysis. It is not programmed to solve theoretical math.
Looks like they were trying to use this equation to figure out how to remove the plasma that's agitating that rift. I may be able to do something with it. I mean, if you'd like me to.
Scientist Bernard Rand, sent to Horizon Point Station by order of the Consul. While monitoring the reconstitution, I picked up strange readings in the old skip lab. The core appears to be pulling plasma tightly around it, not unlike a planet and its moons. Fascinating, though it thwarts my attempts to gather more data. Fortuitously, in searching the remains of the lab, I found an equation that could manipulate the core just enough to clear the chamber.
Orders! Misunderstood!
Professional acclaim. Let this be a record of Protectorate ingenuity.
Find my next victim, time empty.
Dispensing.
Forever vigilant. Each of us.
here? The Sovereign always did fancy himself a scientist. There's no way the Sovereign figured this out on his own. Let's re-plagiarize it.
Please input this equation in the skip lab terminal at your earliest convenience.
Stealing credit for others' work. Not surprising, and not the least of what he's done.
Neutralized.
Observations in the laboratory. Our projections are off by orders of magnitude. Over.
Look sharp. It's a fight.
Aggressor at hand.
Standing by with life support.
We should make haste to get to the Providence. We have business with that rift.
missile to survive. Let's open the hangar while our luck still holds.
eviction or euthanasia.
Unit is rated to address any of your needs. If your needs are emotional, rest assured that any silences on this unit's behalf are accepting and understanding. Please make a request. Displaying inventory.
Going on down there, Deck 01. I saw an intruder alert. Suspicious is what I am. I'm sending an audience of troopers your way.
Incoming hostiles.
It's a fight.
Enemy.
Recommencing hostility!
multiple threats and hazards identified ahead. Seeking an alternative to direct conflict is recommended. Under these circumstances, locating the access credentials or proceeding by stealth is recommended. The rift modulator is likely located on this deck. More information may aid in its acquisition.
Are you actually authorized? Come here a moment. Be wary. I've heard there's an intruder aboard. Ah, I suppose that could be you. Forgive me. I'm still a little addled from my last refreshment. I'm going to set off an alarm, okay? In the interest of keeping my current occupation, I shall set off an intruder alert. Intruder!
Hostiles detected ahead. Recommended course of action. Violence.
Due to the unexpected scale of the Rift modulator, separating it from the ship is impossible. This unit is seeking information about the modulator. Fortified.
Weapons prime!
Accessing report. Rift restoration analysis. Compiled by Chief Scientist Monserrate. Marked for delivery to Consul Thoreau.
Esteemed Consul, after much analysis, my conclusion is that the modulator we have worked tirelessly to build will not function as intended when used for reconstituting matter from rifts. Every test of reconstitution has resulted in demonstrable failure. Proceeding as we are now with Horizon Point Station will surely lead to severe, unanticipated consequences. The modulator is only effective at closing rifts from unsafe distances. Using it to close exacerbated rifts will certainly lead to the destruction of any vessel carrying it. Unfortunately, the data that we originally had hoped for from the ancient rifts detected in the far reaches of space untouched by humanity has not yielded any of its secrets. And we are now out of time. All of our recent readings suggest that we're on the verge of losing control of this rift. I recommend diverting from our current plan before it is too late for Arcadia. I've included extensive notes and annotations appended to the modulator schematics to substantiate these conclusions. I know you will guide us wisely, my dear Consul.
Schematics, but it's that other information that is perplexing me. If rifts are caused by skip drives, what are they doing in deep space? We can concern ourselves with that later. First, let's find the Consul.
Priority reminder. The only way to shut down the Rift modulator is by dealing with the Consul. Convincing the Consul to stand down may be possible through a series of deft verbal maneuvers, though it is unlikely.
Don't know what you're planning when we get in there, but you say the word, I'll gut him or die trying. Or, I guess, you can try talking to him. And then I'll kill him.
Dr. Esmond. Very punctual, good. Don't take a seat. This will be quick.
Power makes people think they're invincible. The Sovereign found out the hard way that it does not.
Oh, easy. No need to break into a sweat. Interesting ideas can be useful in the right hands. Especially now that our partnership with the Order has become fraught. We may need our own version of their pacifying doctrine.
Oh, so I do have a germ of an idea. A less grand version of the Grand Plan. Instead of atoms and particles and such, it's made up of us. All doing our part, like cogs in a machine.
Interesting. A system where every subject believes they have a role to play. Enthusiastic obedience. Why, the Sovereign and I were thinking of this very thing. What should we call it?
Well, I'm not sure. It's still just a germ of a concept, of a hint of an idea, you see. It's a whole new way of thinking. A new model of society. Quite the paradigm shift.
Paradigm. Very good, Esmond. Say, you look frazzled. Troubled by your own thoughts. Why don't you report to mental refreshment? My staff will personally see to your well-being.
You've come quite close enough. Sentinels, if you would.
One thing is certain. Your gray matter is too lacking for you to wield this much power. Just say the word, Commander. I've been dying to stick a knife in this fool for as long as I can remember.
My dear, you are about to witness what every other member of the Dawn could only dream of. For I will save Arcadia, and rid it forever of trespassers like your little friend here. You are less a guest and more of an invasive species, Commander. One that I will cull in short order. Yes, I know well who you are. In any other situation, I might be compelled to take you apart and see how precisely it is you operate, but time, it would seem, isn't on your side. You are a relic of an impotent institution, propelled forward by nothing more than luck and foolhardy metal. Don't you tire of this little routine? I've been following your progress closely, you know, since you so unceremoniously caused our Vox relay to crash into Fairfield. When you began your dealings with the Order and the Corporatists, I thought that perhaps having a chaotic element in their midst could work in our favor. But now you're here, scurrying around my ship and attempting to thwart the Protectorate yet again. You think yourself clever, don't you? The Sovereign is indisposed, leaving myself as the sole custodian of Arcadia. What's his is mine. And the victory I inevitably clench over you, over anyone, will be his in turn, even if he's not here to bask in it. For all your bluster, you seem more concerned with running your mouth than improving your performance in the field. Tell me, did you manage to stop us from bringing your peace talks to a swift end? As I recall, Greater Tranquility was reduced to little more than mangled ruins in a single moment.
So that rift expansion was not a coincidence. It was a demonstration. A rift-turned weapon.
It was a modest success. I had hoped it'd hobble Auntie's choice in the Order once and for all, but it has proven to be a valuable lesson in patience. I was able to buy the time to enact the very plan before you. Though, judging from that vacant expression on your face, it would appear you've no idea what I intend. Very well. Once the rift destroys Arcadia, we shall edit the information stored within it and use the modulator to reshape our colony into its perfect form. Horizon Point's destruction all those years ago was a tragedy, yes, but without it, we might never have opened our eyes to our true purpose and the possibility of Arcadia's rebirth. When the matriarch discovered the first skip drive, she set us on a course to elevate humanity. We're now writing our path, and I will do my part as the architect intended. That's the story everyone knows, yes. But surely you don't believe only one human mind is capable of inventing such a technology. In the matriarch's younger years, she discovered a crashed ship deep in the Earth. And in it, the very first skip drive known to humanity. She dissected this tech, learned its secrets, and enabled us to produce them en masse. And, well, that eventually led to the manifestation of rifts. But it was not until well after Horizon Point's untimely end that we understood the opportunity gifted us. The opportunity to reconstruct the colony in its perfect form. It is as the Grand Architect designed. And believe you me, I've no intention of letting you thwart our securing of a better future. One free of doubt and greed. I've found when most people haven't a leg to stand on, they fall back into performative insouciance in an attempt to redirect the conversation. Always brazen, rarely effective. Listen closely. This is the work of the Grand Plan, guiding us toward humanity's ascension. Everything exists for this purpose. Since you took your time scurrying about my ship, presumably rifling through our things, I assume you also found information about the far-off rifts in untraversed space. That alone should tell you that we don't make our own circumstances. It seems they were made by the ship our matriarch found. A curiosity, isn't it? Without this discovery, we may never have realized the power we now possess with the rifts. Yes, the great architect works in mysterious ways. What else can I do but what is bidden? I'm unconcerned with the flesh. The mind is what's important. And anyway, it'll take more than that weapon of yours to pierce this armor. Far more. Now, as fascinating as your pseudo-intellectual musings have been to witness, I've reached my limit. It's your time that's running out, not mine. So go on, tell me all the ways I'm wrong. Better yet, tell the whole room how His Eminence, the Sovereign, was wrong. This was originally his plan, after all. I am merely a partner seeing it carried out. If it means preserving the matriarch's legacy and the dedicated protectorate among us, yes, without question. Those who are worthy will live again. As for the others, they are no innocents. I shall not mourn any perpetrator of unsanctioned violence or treachery, and will in fact thrive in their absence.
Your statements do not indicate strong leadership potential.
Hush. I was conversating with your leader here. How dare you insinuate a betrayal? I've known the Sovereign, Henry, since he was a boy. But I had to step in as his advisor to guide him in the proper direction. He was stagnant. He could not do what he was born to. He could not save Arcadia or his legacy. Once he understood his ineptitude, Architect help him. He made the right decision. Tell me, do you have anything other than wild speculation at your disposal? Yes, well, we also lost the support of the Order. But can one truly call that a loss? We would have drowned already in the seas of war with the weight of their inaction around our necks. The same can be said for any subject who wavers. They are dead weight, and we must cast them off straight away. Once I win the war and leave those naysayers behind, harsh action will be swiftly forgotten. And once I provide for the needs of my subjects, I will have them forever. For every traitor in our midst, thousands of loyalists remain. If anyone attempts to move against me, they are merely announcing themselves as the chaff to be cut. And they promptly will be. What are you saying? No. This is a preposterous assertion. You don't know what you're speaking of. You are clearly ill-equipped to speak on Arcadian affairs, or of what truly matters to its subjects. I alone can give them what they need. You must see that. So you say, but you've yet to deliver any compelling evidence.
Your science is 100 kinds of wrong. Worse, you willfully misinterpret what the data says about the rifts. And I can't wait to correct you.
I am the chosen shepherd of Arcadia and will not be spoken to like this. I am only doing what I must to restore this colony to what our matriarch envisioned. Free of war, strife, heresy. You must know that you have little chance of swaying me. I will not be distracted from taking what is owed to us. And what is your definition of wrong? Have you anything substantial to back such a claim? I see. Well, the man was always a cynic. I find that attitude can skew results even more than a thumb on the scale might. One data point means little. The Protectorate was clearly meant to harness this power. Nothing you claim can disprove everything that points to this reality. And now I've reached the end of my patience. You came here claiming so boldly that I would fail, but you have yet to provide any proof. So where is it? What do you have? Indeed. Then why wait?
Look sharp. It's a fight.
For mayhem! Unfriendly company. They're wrong.
Attacking selflessly without going.
fortified.
Is too far gone and the modulator won't work from this distance. That means flying inside.
Directorate agent always has choices, including, but not limited to, extrajudicial killing.
This is what my whole life has been leading to. If anyone's flying into that rift, it's going to be me.
Detecting unexpected levels of excitement. Congratulations on your imminent death, Agent Leitinger.
If only there was someone here who would gladly do this willingly and who wouldn't see it as a sacrifice at all. You didn't even need to ask me! You're doing this to spite me, aren't you? As upset as I am, I can't help but admire your skillful twisting of the knife.
You may entrust the preservation of the schematics to this unit, Commander. Combined with the processed rift data, these schematics will make mass production of modulators that can be operated from a safe distance possible.
But the future of humanity? Probably. Maybe. Sure. All right. Yes.
Commanders sacrificed themselves to save the galaxy. No one knew their motives or thoughts in those final moments, though legends grew around this mythical agent of the Earth Directorate all the same. Vigilant Hogarth was declared a traitor to the Protectorate, along with most other Westport townsfolk. They were judged according to the paradigm. then sentenced to be executed until dead, forever tied to the city they could not protect. After defending Fort Endurance against a fierce Mantisaur attack, Executive Warchek was awarded a commendation for profit-securing stalwartness, as well as promotion to regional manager. He eventually passed peacefully in his sleep at the scientifically astounding age of 6. Having died at the peace talks, Augustine DeVries' treachery was never known to the Earth Directorate. She is forever remembered as the star agent who tragically went missing during her mission. Val continued to serve the Earth Directorate faithfully for many more years than should be possible, giving automechs like her everywhere a reputation as stable and reliable. As a result, more Valerie units were put into service, while fewer human agents were deployed into the field. Niles remained torn about the Earth Directorate and his place in it. His victory at the reconstituted Horizon Point turned to ash in his mouth when he learned that his friend, Zebulon Tran, was captured while attempting a heist on the tomb of the matriarch. Niles slipped away from the incognito one evening to attempt to free Zebulon from mental refreshment and make amends for the past. He was never seen or heard from again. After Marisol left the commander's crew, rumors swirled that she began running operations on her own. She spent her days obsessing over unfinished business, eventually passing away in her sleep, alone. Sovereign Varric was eventually discovered in mental refreshment, in a placid and compliant state. All parties felt it would be best to leave him in the hands of the remaining Protectorate, who had the most experience with refreshment's process and victims. Despite the recent tumultuous events in Arcadia, it was business as usual for Free Market Station. Sub Rosa continued to supply the colony in the wake of the commander's actions. With unfettered access to skip drives and beholden to no one, the Earth Directorate became what it was always meant to be, the ultimate authority in Arcadia. The colony served as a base to expand the agency's reach across the galaxy. Meanwhile, the Earth Directorate controlled Arcadia with little trouble for a time, successfully rebranding it as a society free of corporate or government overreach. Yet, as the years passed, the Arcadians saw fewer and fewer differences between the Earth Directorate and their previous overlords. All of these events turned on the decisive actions of the Earth Directorate agent and their unique way of navigating Arcadia, its disparate factions, social complexities, ubiquitous product placement, and arsenal of absurdly satisfying weaponry. But through it all, and to this day, Earth has remained inexplicably dark.